How do you go from a kid acting in Disney movies to fighting a brutal murder case for stabbing a dude to death? Today we're breaking down the wild story of Dee Jay Daniels. Dee Jay Daniels' family is from Compton, and that's where he spent the first 2 years of his life. He said that all of his aunts, uncles, and cousins were caught up in the street life, and DJ's dad didn't want DJ to fall into the trenches too. So when DJ was 2 years old, the family moved out of Compton and stayed in Rancho Cucamonga for a while. Eventually, they ended up in a city east of LA called Fontana, and that's where DJ spent most of his life. When DJ was a kid, his parents thought he should become an actor, so they got him an agent, and DJ started landing roles when he was just 5 years old. The first role DJ got was for a Honey Nut Cheerios commercial, and then he got to work with Michael Jordan in a commercial for McDonald's.
See,
By the time he was 8, DJ was getting hired on big
that's
TV
why he
shows like
crashed
In the
out,
House and
man.
Grace Under Fire.
He
Family
wasn't.
Matters was one of the most
He
popular
didn't grow
shows
up to
back
be a
then.
kid yet.
DJ got a big break when he was hired to do an episode of that too. DJ and his dad both love rap too, and they were always bumping LL Cool J. And then DJ actually got to work with LL Cool J on a show In the House. Then in '98, DJ scored a massive win and got hired for one of the lead roles on a show called The Hughleys, which was created by a dude named D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley is a comedian who used to rep the Bloods in South Central. But before we get into the gang ties and how it affected DJ's murder case, we've got to break down how the TV situation went left. DL started out doing stand-up, but then he got into acting and worked on shows like Double Rush and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. By '98, DL had a big enough name that he was able to make his own show on ABC, and that's how he met DJ Daniels. DJ said usually he only had to audition 2 or 3 times for acting gigs, but for the Hugleys, they made him audition 8 times. ABC was spending a lot of money on the show and wanted to make sure they got the right people, but DL Hughley knew that he wanted DJ on the show from the jump. DL couldn't just hire DJ because ABC had to greenlight him, but eventually DJ got the job and it was looking like he was about to become a star. The Hugleys was on for 4 seasons,
So what
and
happened?
everyone on the show became like a second family for DJ. He was still just a kid though, and DJ was always getting in trouble for not keeping up with school. Since DJ was a kid,
Should have
his real
stayed in
parents were
school.
always on set too, and his mom used to take belts from the wardrobe department so she could whoop DJ when he got into trouble.
His mother would go get a belt from wardrobe and whoop him on the set.
Ain't nothing
Eventually,
wrong
the
with that.
Hugleys got canceled
Shit,
because
you
the show
acting
wasn't
bad.
getting
Yeah,
enough
you gonna
views.
get your ass
DJ
whooped.
kept it pushing though and was still getting some jobs. He worked on more TV shows like ER and The Bernie Mac Show. And in 2005, he got another big break when Disney hired him for a movie called Sky High. It looked
I
like
seen
DJ
that
was going to have a
movie.
long career, but then he just disappeared out of nowhere. He had been acting for over 10 years, but in 2006, DJ had one episode on the show called Cold Case, and that was it. Nobody heard about him for years. And then in 2011, the news broke that DJ had been arrested for murder. In August 2011, DJ went to a bar in Stockton with his homies Dwayne and Marcus. According to witnesses, DJ and Dwayne were throwing up gang signs inside the bar. Then after the bar closed, everyone went outside and shots started going off down the street. Nobody at the bar was involved with the shooting, but the situation put everyone on edge. There's a couple of different stories about what happened next, but this is what went down according to the prosecution. After the shooting happened down the street from the bar, DJ, Dwayne, and Marcus were walking around calling out gang language. Then they spotted a dude named JJ and pressed him about where he was from. JJ allegedly didn't have any street ties, so he told DJ and his homies, "I don't have nothing to do with that." That's when DJ, Dwayne, and Marcus started surrounding JJ and were about to jump him. JJ's homies saw what was about to happen though, so they got involved and everyone started swinging. DJ's homie Marcus wasn't just throwing punches though. He had a knife with him and stabbed JJ. After a few seconds, the two sides stopped fighting, and that's when one of JJ's friends saw him leaning against the mailbox. JJ was bleeding all over the place and couldn't breathe, so his homies helped JJ get into a car. JJ's homies were going to take him to the hospital, but before they could get away, DJ's homie Marcus went over to their whip and started punching JJ again. Eventually, JJ's homies drove off and called an ambulance. But there was another shooting in the area, and the paramedics had to wait for the cops to come before they could get to JJ. And by the time JJ got help, it was already too late. He had cuts all over his body, and his heart and left lung both got stabbed, and JJ was tragically pronounced dead that night. DJ and Dwayne were both arrested at the scene, and then
Damn.
Marcus turned himself in a couple days later. DJ had never been locked up before, and when he got arrested, he had no idea that JJ was dead. DJ thought it was just a fight, and the situation wasn't that serious, but then the cops told him he was getting booked for murder. Nobody had heard DJ's name for years, and when the news broke that he was facing a murder charge, it shocked everybody. The last time people had seen DJ, he was an innocent-looking kid on the Disney Channel, not a gangbanger with face tats. Nobody knew how DJ went from being an actor as a kid to getting caught up in a brutal murder just a few years later. But according to DJ, everything started falling apart around 2006. DJ's parents got divorced, and he started skipping school all the time. Legally, you have to get good grades to be able to work as an actor while you're in school. But DJ was missing so many days at school that it made his grades drop, and he couldn't work anymore. DJ's parents would get on his ass about his grades, and he'd get them back up for a little while, but then they'd right back down, and it made it hard to get jobs. At the same time, DJ was getting older and wanted more adult roles, so he was never getting hired jobs he wanted. Eventually, DJ's agent stopped with him too, and at that point, DJ's acting career was over. DJ was only 19. He didn't think he was ever going to get more jobs, and he started face tats.
In my mind, I was acting.
Oh, so you just said I'm done.
By the time I wasn't doing my gigs and stuff, and I wasn't more gigs, even my agents, all right, listen with you. I had already put it in my head like, hey, I'm done with that.
Face tattoos are more common now, but back then, nobody was gonna hire a dude with ink on his face.
That was
acting
his
in a movie.
video. I
DJ
thought that was
always
my.
had street
I
ties
thought that
because
was
of his
my.
family and his homies.
My end.
And after he quit acting, he ended up in the trenches. DJ was trying to make it in the rap game too, but none of his tracks ever popped off. DJ was still in touch with DL Hughley though, and DL knew something was wrong. The night before JJ got killed, DJ pulled up to one of DL's stand-up comedy gigs and kicked it with him. DJ was showing DL some of his new tracks and everything was cool, but DL said he felt like something bad was going to happen. DL didn't want DJ to leave that night because something was off.
Every time, your kid leaves the space that you feel like you can navigate, it feels a little off. But really, something was in my spirit where I wanted to say, man, I don't want you to go.
But he had no idea that DJ was going to be facing a murder charge the next time they talked. DL was mad that DJ got caught up in a case like that. But DL came from the streets too. DL's from South Central and started repping the Bloods when he was a teenager. DL had been kicked out of school and jumped straight into the trenches. But then his cousin got shot and killed, and DL realized he wasn't ready for the violence. Before DJ went to trial, the district attorney tried to get him to take a plea deal, but they wanted DJ to flip on Marcus. DJ even had fans writing him while he was in jail, telling him to snitch on Marcus so he could beat the case. But DJ turned the plea down, even though he was facing life in prison. When DJ's trial started, DL Hughley showed up as a character witness and told the court that DJ was a good dude. The situation could have went left though, because the prosecutors knew that DL Hughley had ties to the Bloods, just like DJ. DL was worried that everyone in court might think he was taking up for DJ because of their street ties, and he had to be really careful about what he said. The trial went on for months, but in December 2012, the news broke that DJ and his homie Dwayne both beat the charges. DJ said it was sweet and sour though, because Marcus went down with the thing and got hit with his set. Marcus testified and took the fall situation. He could have thrown DJ into Dwayne's bus, but instead he told the court that they didn't have anything to do with JJ's death. DJ walked free, but the murder still had a big effect on him. He told DJ Vlad that he used to talk to JJ before he said his prayers every night, and DJ even has a face tat that says, "Rest in peace, JJ."
I was spiritual back then, so I actually used to talk to him.
Really?
Yeah, every night when I pray to God, pray in the morning, I would talk to JJ too. It's a tattoo right here that says, "Rest in peace, JJ."
DJ hasn't really aired out what happened the night that JJ died, but he did tell DJ Vlad that they were getting jumped by 16 people. And when Marcus tried to appeal his sentence in 2014, he told a way different story about what went down. According to Marcus,
So why are you
DJ
telling
and
a
Dwayne were
different
talking to
story?
two women at the bar that night who were friends with JJ. After the bar closed, Dwayne was walking with the girls, and Marcus and DJ were following behind him. Then Marcus went and picked up his knife that he had hidden inside a plant because the bar had a metal detector at the door. After Marcus got his knife, he turned around and saw DJ and Dwayne getting jumped by JJ and his crew. Marcus ran up and started fighting JJ, but then he got knocked to the ground by JJ and two of his homies. Marcus tried to get up, but JJ was still stomping him out, so Marcus pulled the knife out and started swinging. Marcus stabbed JJ a few times, and the fight broke up. And then Marcus claims that JJ told someone,
Isn't that
"Shoot
called
those
self-defense?
motherfuckers." That's when Marcus ran over to the whip that JJ was in and punched him a few more times because he
Sound
thought
like
JJ might have
self-defense
a
to
gun.
me.
Nobody knows which side was telling the real story about what happened that night, but Marcus ended up in prison and JJ ended up dead. Marcus kept his head down in prison though and came home in 2020. And instead of jumping back in the trenches, he started going to college at NYU.
Oh, that's
A couple of
good.
years after DJ beat the case, he had a small part in a short film called Blame It on the Streets and got to work with YG. But that's the last time he was on the screen. DJ was trying to get it popping in the rap game for a while. He goes by the name Boy Truth now, but the last time he dropped a song on YouTube was 2023, and it didn't even get 1,000 views. But even though DJ's acting career fell off, and he never popped off in the rap game, at least he's still free instead of sitting in prison for the rest of his life.
Definitely. Definitely, bro. Definitely, bro. You don't wish on nobody, I know jail nobody, bro. You feel me? Hell no, bro. You feel me? But RIP to the person who lost their life, man. You know, they didn't mean to lose their life, man. It sounds like to me it was self-defense. You feel me? They were defending themselves, man. You feel me? But I don't really know. I wasn't there, you know. I don't really know what really happened because some people don't know, can't tell the full story of the full story. You feel me? But anything else, man, I want to say RIP to anybody who lost their life in this video, man. You know, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the God damn. Turn on the notification on for more content like this, man, you know. And stay dangerous, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video, man.